Alright, hey guys, what's going on? Alright, so Christmas is around the corner, and guess what that means? It's that time of year where we're like, WTF, what games do we buy? What do we buy for ourselves? What do we buy for the loved ones that love video games? And this year is especially hard because there's a lot of good games coming out or have already just recently been released, and they're all great games that are for the new generation consoles. Finally, it's about time they gave us an overload of good games for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So if you got a kid yourself or you are unsure of which games to buy, I've got a top 5 list for you guys. Before I get into this video, I do want to know, what is your favorite game so far for 2015? So, okay, let's start off with the big bad boy, Fallout 4. The ticket price for that game is $79.99. Now, that does seem kind of high compared to what we used to play for games, but that is definitely what is the common price for this generation of gaming. Now, it's available for the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, and of course, let's not forget about you PC gamers out there as well. Now, the reason I'm picking this is because it's got a great campaign, and for me, I'm huge on that. What's great about this game, it's a massive, huge environment. You can do so many things besides the campaign, which gives you hours and hours of gameplay. So this game is ultimately bang for your buck. The only downside is there's no multiplayer and only one person can play it. But this is definitely #1 for single player experience, so if you're into that, go pick it up. Let's move on to Halo 5 Guardians. This one is getting a high rating, not necessarily that I agree with, because out of all the Halos, I feel like 343 should just pack up and get the heck out of the business because they're kind of ruining the franchise. Despite my personal feelings of having a very kind of single player, this is where 343 has done a great job. With multiplayer modes like Big Team Battle, Team Slayer, and of course my personal favorite, Warzone, this game, because of its multiplayer experience, you are definitely going to play this over and over again. So yeah, paying for it definitely becomes worth it. The other thing that's really good, it's also rated teen for teens, so it's good for pretty much almost everybody. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. This is in the same area as Halo 5 Guardians. Great multiplayer experience, especially if you're into the zombies. Now, what's great about this one that's different from Halo 5 is the fact that you can play with 2 people on one console, just really killing some zombies. And as well, with great customization and over 8 maps, especially Nuketown, it really feels like just a great Call of Duty game. Moving on, we're gonna pick Super Mario Maker. Now, this is the only game that's available for the Wii U, which is kind of good because I feel like the Wii U really hasn't given us a lot of good stuff lately. I feel like it was a waste of money, to be honest, that I bought it. But this game definitely makes up for it. It is one player, but here's the great thing. You can be creative with it. You can create your own maps, you can put them online, you can play your friends' maps, you can play other people's maps from across the world. It really brings out the best in Mario, and that's why I don't feel bad when I have to pay $69.99 for the game. Also, on top of that, what I love is that you finally get the Goomba shoe. Man, I haven't seen that thing except for like in 4 games. Really, that's like the best thing that's going for Mario. Last but not least, we're gonna go with Star Wars Battlefront. Very controversial, some people are iffy about the game, but if you're a Star Wars fan, trust me, from a guy that's wearing a Stormtrooper t-shirt, this is the game for them. Because for this game, you feel like you're actually living, breathing, fighting, combating on Hoth, Endor, and all the other planets. This game does lack a single player, unfortunately. Unless, of course, you're doing the training missions, it kind of feels like a single player game, but they're very short. However, you can play with another person locally on your console to do a wave game. And that is a mode called Survival, where you work with another person to hold off against stormtroopers and ATSTs. This game is rather expensive, with a retail price of $79.99, only coming with about 4 actual maps. Either way, guys, that is my top 5 list. Guys, there are many other games for you guys to keep an eye out for, such as Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Just Cause 3, and Divinity Original Sin. And of course, let's not forget Rainbow Six Siege, because, oh man, that looks amazing. But thanks for watching, guys. That is your Christmas picks. So be sure to head on out, pick one of those games up, and hey, if you've already played them, let me know how you feel about those games down there in the comments below. Also, if I missed one, be sure to write it down there. Thanks for watching. I'm Dave Wobble. This is IO Game Time. See ya!